some feedback and then
I got it.
Good evening. I'm District Secretary Nancy Campbell Hatfield. It's Tuesday, June 3rd, 2014, and this is a regular meeting of the Dublin Sanborn Services District Board of Directors. Presiding this evening is President Dorothy Von Leopold. Call the meeting to order. Please join me in the salute to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Nancy, roll call, please.
Director Benson.
Here.
Director Toppett.
Here.
Director Howard.
Here.
Vice President Duarte.
Here.
President Von Leopold.
Here. Special announcement and activities.
Yes, President Von Leopold, members of the board, yes, we have two things today. One is a presentation of an award from the Government Finance Officers Association of California, and I would like to present this to John Archer and his staff at the Finance Department. It's for preparation of certified annual financial report for last fiscal year in accordance with their standards. So, John, thank you and your staff very much for doing this.
For about
May I
13 years.
Yeah, just may I add a moment, please? We started becoming eligible for this when I was on the board the first time, and I urged and we finally got the first award. And so it's really a pleasure to see that it's being carried on. Good
Special
job.
thanks to Karen Dayton, was really looked at the heavy load of this stuff and pulling it all together. So special thanks to the staff.
Okay, the second award we have is awarding the district the Special District Leadership Foundation Transparency Certificate of Excellence. And I don't know if Sue or Nancy is going to introduce the presenter.
No, actually, Megan can do it.
Okay.
Ready to go? You ladies did a great job filling me in. Good evening. Thanks so much for having me. I'm Megan Hemming. I'm the Program Manager of the Special District Leadership Foundation, and I'd like to present your award tonight. And I'd like to, sorry, give you a little background on the award and the requirements we need to build. Terrific. So the Leadership Foundation is a 501c3 not-for-profit foundation arm of CSEA, the California Special Districts Association, dedicated to promoting excellence in special districts through recognition programs that highlight and focus on implementation and governance best practices. Currently, there are 4 programs: the Special District Administrator Certification, Recognition in Special District Governance, District of Distinction Accreditation, and District Transparency Certificate of Excellence. This program was created in 2013 as an effort to promote transparency in the operation and governance of special districts to the public and to provide special districts with an opportunity to showcase their efforts in transparency. There are 3 main subject areas for this program: basic transparency requirements, which include current ethics training certificates for all board members, and timely filing of the State Controller's Special District's Financial Transactions and Compensation Report. There are also website requirements, which include posting the board meeting schedule, district's mission statement, current audit and budget, and the board of directors roster with terms in office on the district's website. There are also outreach requirements, which the district has selected 2 of the requirement options, which include a regular district newsletter and an annual informational public budget hearing and a community transparency review. Why is transparency important? The public has a right to access and open government. Special districts, regardless of type or size, are public agencies that use public money and provide public services. The district's business is the people's business. Transparency means a district that is open, accessible, and engages the community. Easy access to district information through mediums like a website provides an opportunity for constituents to better understand their district. Earning the certificate means the district has completed a comprehensive transparency checklist that included general, website, and outreach best practices, demonstrates a tangible acknowledgement of the district's transparency efforts, showcases the district's commitment to being open and accessible to the public, and displays a commitment to engaging the public and creating greater awareness of the district's activities. On behalf of the board and the staff of the Special District Leadership Foundation, it's my pleasure to present the District Transparency Certificate of Excellence to the Dublin-San Ramon Services District in recognition for your efforts to promote transparency in the operations and governance of your district. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ooh, that's a mouthful. Did the president want to do it?
Georgine.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Not
Oh, it's over here.
Yeah.
Very cool this way.
Hold on one second, right now you usually be talking.
Supposed to be automatic.
Yeah, well, no. I have a field photographer who usually does this, so. Yeah, maybe a couple more.
Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate you having me.
Not my
Thank you.
skill set, really.
Thank you, Megan.
I know I had encouraged Sue about a year ago to see if we could comply with all the requirements, and so obviously everybody stepped up to the plate and did it, so thank you very much to all the staff. Okay. Public comment. This is the time when anybody in the audience can address the board on any item that's not on the agenda. Is anyone here to address the board on an item that's not on the agenda? Seeing none. Item number 6, reports.
Yes, President Von Dieter, members of the board, I have a number of things. Let me start off with an announcement that on June 19th at 6 o'clock, there's going to be a rededication of the Bell Vista Community Park. That's a park next to our wastewater treatment plant in a neighborhood meeting. There'll be a free barbecue for the residents and users of the park, sponsored jointly by the City of Pleasanton and DSRSD. We're going to talk about to install recycled water and new districts, new landscape for the park looking in. If anybody is interested in attending, you certainly are welcome. But if you could let us know that you are rather than just show up, because depending on who shows up, we may need to agendize things as opposed to the ground. So if you're at all, you're all invited, but if you're planning to attend, please let us know so we can properly agendize it. I'll pass it along. I don't know what they have intended for barbecue here, but it kind of looks like tri-tips, ribs, and sand. So I got to be able to talk about some Well, that was the first thing. Secondly, I'm going to skip over the Bay Area Chemical Consortium bidding for a moment because I'm going to ask Ann Gallagher to cover that. I want to go through a few things on the correspondence to and from the board. You have in front of you an email of May 29th to the district from Ms. Maureen Mazzetti. Subject is the water shortages. This is a follow-up to an email that she sent when we responded to our last meeting. She sent this email to us again and to the city. I'm going to be meeting with the city manager here in a few days. We're going to be talking about a coordinated response to this particular email. You'll, of course, get a copy of that response. The second piece of correspondence is a letter dated May 14th, we only received on June 2nd from Adams Food Solutions. It was directed to President Von Leopold. The subject was proposed regulation concerning the filling of swimming pools and spas. We'll respond to that letter thanking the gentleman and informing him of the decision that the board has already made on that, and trying to clarify what I think is a key point regarding filling an empty swimming pool or a new swimming pool versus topping off a swimming pool, for splash off evaporation and eventual food cover. So we'll clarify that. The City of Dublin received the same way. Next piece of correspondence you have in front of you is a letter dated May 22nd, 2014 from the students and the teacher at Fallon Middle School, thanking the district for recognizing some of their students as winners in the Alameda County Science and Engineering paper. So that was a good piece of news. And I think with that, I'm going to turn over to Dan to do a quick presentation on the Bay Area Chemical Consortium. We've received bids on that. that's an opportunity.
Thanks, Bert. President, I'm Peter Leopold and members of the board. I just wanted to touch bases with you on the Bay Area Chemical Consortium. This is the group that we have been administering since 2009, so this is our 5th year of bidding chemicals. We currently have 50 public agencies that are on our roster, and this year we had 38 of those public agencies actually participate in bids. So biggest year yet so far. Luann set this up with automation, this is way cool. But anyway, I didn't expect it to actually work this way, but we bid this year 20 different chemicals, and this is the long list coming up on the screen of the things that we bid. Not all of these chemicals are used by DSRSD, but again, we had 38 different agencies participating in bids, so we had a lot of interest and activity this year in bidding. So, all the way, everything from alum to sulfuric acid and everything in between was bid this year. Just to give you an idea of how the prices have been working out with the chemical consortium, this is just looking at sodium hypochlorite, which of course is, another name for that is the bleach that we add to wastewater to disinfect it. Back in 2010, we were paying in the 60 cent per gallon range. We've seen those costs come down every year, including this year. We are now down in the neighborhood of about 40 cents per gallon for sodium hypochlorite. And as you can see by the number of bars, the number of regions we have bidding has increased over the years too. We've got quite a following now for our hypochlorite bid. The total estimated savings for the BAC agencies as a group, this gives you an idea of how much savings will be realized this year on several of the big chemicals. Ferric chloride is probably the biggest one. The agencies collectively will save over $400,000 on that chemical alone. Alum, which is used for filtration, almost $200,000, $100,000 on sodium bisulfite, which is used for dechlorination. So these are just savings compared this year compared to last year. DSRSD, our savings this year compared to last year will be about $12,000. Last year we had really good prices, and this year we're going to even save money. And we think that's pretty remarkable at a time when we continue to see prices going up for fuel and other commodities like that. Put this slide together just so you can see how our friends in Livermore at Zone 7 are going to benefit from the bids. Zone 7 will save this year about $53,000 just on ferric chloride. They also use sodium hydroxide, and they'll save about $4,000 on that, and sodium hypochlorite about $1,700. Altogether, that's about $59,000 in savings on chemicals this year compared to last. The overall value of all the chemicals that we bid for all the participating agencies this year totaled $17.3 million. Again, that was on bids for 20 different chemicals. Last year, we bid 14 chemicals with a value of $16.7 million. And the year before, our total was 10 chemicals, and we bid $10 million. So you can see that over the last 3 years, the consortium has continued to grow quite a bit. So that's all I have tonight. I think that answers the questions if we have those.
No, thank you, Dan. That's great news. And pass along all our thanks to Luann. Dan's the face of the consortium. We really made it this all.
Luann carries all the heavy weight.
And I get a lot of very positive feedback on what we have. Let's do one. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dan. And pass it on to Luann. Okay, agenda management. The general manager has advised us that information regarding our proposal for 15% drought surcharge to be considered by the Board of Directors of Zone 7 first came to our attention after posting the agenda. In order to take immediate action, we need a motion to add the item to our agenda so that we can discuss it and be prepared for tomorrow night's meeting. I need a motion to determine the information concerning the proposal. It's been moved and seconded that we add the item regarding Zone 7's drought surcharge to the agenda. Add it. Any, okay, 9D. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
President, if I need to do it, well, just for the record, the action is going to close the government code section 5495.22, parentheses, E, parentheses, 2.
Okay, committee reports. We have minutes for the External Affairs Committee and the Personnel Committee. Do members of those two committees want to add anything to the minutes? Okay. Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of May 20th.
I move for approval. I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes of the meeting of May 20th. All those in favor?
Aye.
And all abstain since I was on my babysitting job in Washington. Okay, item 8, consent calendar. These are items that can be taken up routinely in one motion. They're non-controversial, not usually non-controversial. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the consent calendar items 8A, B, and C. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion unanimously carried. Okay, board business, item 9A, discuss the drought management program.
Sorry for jumping the gun there, but President Valdez and you board members of the board, as requested by the board at the last meeting, this is going to be a standing item on the agenda before your board until the end of the drought emergency, so as to allow the board an opportunity to discuss rather than only listen to issues that otherwise might be raised by members of the public participating in the meeting related to the drought. I listened and relate to your actions on May 5th from the declaration of the community drought emergency all the way through the budget. So, if there's anybody in the audience that wants to address the board on this particular item, I would be a great opportunity to do so. Both to discuss it. So,
I think it's a great idea. I understand the good idea. I think it's great that people will be able to discuss the item the very night they come to the meeting.
Very frustrating to public comment.
Yes, and not be able to respond. Okay. I assume the meeting kind of emotional. Just discussed. Okay. Item 9B is the added area service agreement with DSRSD. 9B is accept water supply and demand and drought response action plan status reports. Find that the need for the community drought emergency still exists.
President Von Dieter and members of the board, I have been providing you with a water supply report, throughout the winter season. We are morphing into a water demand report because the water supply season is essentially over. So this report will focus, and future reports will largely focus on demand. But I also want to address 5 key points that the board asked you to do at every meeting, and then also comment on the status of various items you had in the drought response action plan that I thought would be helpful. So if I can start on that, it would be great. With regard to the water supply, there's really been no significant changes in the water supply, although one positive development. You know how the state came out with an announcement that we could receive 5% of our water allocation. That was the good news, and bad, and that's what we had zero. They said the good news is 5%, the bad news is you're not going to get it until after September 5th. We relaxed that a little bit just recently, and now 20% of that 5%, so do the math, that's 1% of the total allocation, will actually be available starting June 1st. So it's not much, it's about 800 acre feet, but at this point, it's getting every drop helps. On the water demand side, this is my biggest concern, as I kind of alluded to just a minute ago going forward. We are not meeting our percent reductions as system-wide in terms of comparing 2014 usage to 2015 usage, nor are we meeting our allocation allotment 27th. For the weekend of June 1st, basically Monday through Sunday last week, we actually did better than we have done so far. From 2014 to 2013, we actually achieved 22% conservation, which the week prior to that was only 15%. So hopefully we're gaining on things. And of course, part of the month of May and June was outreach to the community, spread the word. So I'm hopeful that we're beginning to see some improvements, but we're not there yet. But in terms of May 5th to date, May 5th being the date that you declared the emergency to the present time, we're only at about 16% water use reduction compared to 2013, so we're not at the 25. And furthermore, on a year-to-date basis, looking at our allocation from Zone 7, we're actually using 6.5% more water than we're allocating. And from May 5th to date, we're using 26% more water than we're allocating from Zone 7. Really, the rubber will hit the road in this month and next month, and our allocation essentially goes flat, which is what we've said all along. That's why it's so important to curtail the outdoor irrigation. We'll see how we proceed, but that's going to be a critical variable to look at and see how we're doing in terms of our allocation for the next couple of months. That's water supply and demand. You asked me to report on operational issues. We've had no operational issues related to the drought since your declaration. On a policy level, I mentioned the state board, I mentioned the increase in our allocations, but also the State Water Resources Control Board last week started issuing delivery curtailments. First time they've done this since 1976, and they've ordered all water diverters in the Delta watershed, which goes from north of Bakersfield all the way up to Shasta, to stop diverting water on a what they call a priority of rights basis, so that the most recent appropriators will have to curtail their deliveries before the more senior ones start to go. And there's letters that gone out, I understand, to 14 deliveries across the state. So we're moving into the summer season. I would also note that last week the state extended the comment period on the Delta Conservation Plan for 2 more months. Some of us are hoping that would have been over. We're dealing with it, and we want to get on to the next step. But in parallel to that, we also issued the first public draft of the implementation agreement, which is really the agreement that will start to define how the water agencies pay for the Bay Delta Conservation Program improvements. We have a copy of that. I'm not at all, it's an 80-page document. I'm not at all prepared to do that, but we're beginning to look at that. So that would be something that will be important to us. That's what really the rubber will hit the road for this district. That's what DEC means to us and to our agencies in terms of cost and reliability and stuff in the future. In terms of the drought response action plan, a very few highlights from that. We asked us to do a lot of things, and a lot of effort is in motion. But since May 5th, we've converted 177 people from potable water to recycled water to our service system. So that's in less than a month we've done that. I think that's really good. We have written approval now from the health department. With this, I'm talking about the home use of recycled water, where people can pick up recycled water at the treatment plant. We've got the written approval from the health department and verbal approval from the regional water quality control board to do that. We're hoping to receive the written approval from the regional board in the day. So we'll be able to officially launch that program. As you know, the news media got a little bit ahead of us. We've gotten the eyes and crossing the T's. In terms of exemptions, we've received 30 exemption requests for our water use limitations. We've approved 12 of those, we've 3 of those, 15 are still in progress. Our goal is to process them within 5 to 10 working days. So the ones that came in are the ones that have come recently. So that system seems to be working well. None of that appealed to the board yet. 3 never denied. In terms of violations, we issued our first violation last week. It was the first level of violation, which is working rights. There's been a few rebates that have been processed on food covers, high efficiency wash machines, 2 lawn conversions. Maybe this is something that, so that program seems to, it's starting out at a trickle, but word is just getting out of this very good. So we're pretty pleased with where that's going in that direction. So I think in summary, with that, I don't see any reason for the board to make a finding to change the community drought emergency, make it more severe, and not meet our targets like that, or certainly not to back off the OEC. So that's a quick report on the record.
Bruce, if I may? Yeah, I was just going to mention, at each one of the directors, podium on my left, a copy of the door tag. These are consistent with the enforcement ordinance that the board adopted in May. These just came off the printers today. We're going to start utilizing these in the next few days to enforce the ordinance that the board already adopted.
I should also mention our call volume. It hasn't been as sort of edgy as what you've read in the newspapers, like City President receiving, but we have received a very heavy call volume over the last couple of weeks. It seems to be waning a little bit this week as the word is getting out. But, the people in customer service are doing a really good job of trying to handle those calls. The people going back and trickle at my level, they're difficult conversations sometimes to have with residents, and which we didn't have to have them, but we don't have the water.
So the tier 3 rates will that is already on June 1st. When will those bills go out?
On the 15th of the month, we'll have a couple of weeks old.
So some proration that
Yeah, talking about, people really notice it, I think, on the July 1 bills, before they start noticing the July 1.
Because we have some in monthly and some in bi-monthly.
Everybody's buying that.
Everybody.
So it's
We don't have any monthly.
We built it,
Yeah.
we built it to this, right, it's not what we did on the first.
yeah, that's what unfortunately it's pretty late in the game. That's not what's going to be cut.
They've been watching,
Pardon?
you've been watching the usage.
Yeah, we will.
Alcohol.
No, yeah, there's certainly customers, we have what, 1,300 customers?
1,300 people always signed up.
Yeah, we registered. We love it.
And Vicky's also
It's 1,700
1700.
on alcohol.
Yeah, that's good.
But we're also using it to find certain customers, if we come across customers that we find that watering every day, then Vicky, I think, is preparing 3 more letters to go out and really try and work with them, to find ways of cutting back. Most of them are, oh, we were going to get to that.
A lot of the conversations are actually positive conversations. Our customer service initiative policy, this technology we have is noting that you're using water 24 hours a day. That's a pretty strong indication that you have some need. And people, with those kind of calls, people seem to be very appreciative of those calls. So, it's actually, I say we got a lot of call volume, we're very busy, but it's not all the calls are.
The leaks are a big deal. I mean, it's
There's a lot
really,
of education.
leaks are big. We had a leak and we fixed it.
Yeah, we have had a couple of that and stuff.
It was inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think
The
the
ladies over there
education,
have red ears on after something.
but the education piece, once you engage a customer and educate them on what's going on, they usually understand.
Is the Dublin High School conversion complete?
Yes. Well, what we wanted to do, you actually want to push the envelope a little more. There's a couple other areas on campus. The big one that we're working so hard for, that's going to be out there.
Any other pending ones of significance?
Areas with this stuff. Archstone.
That's the one on Stitcher.
State Arsenal is on Belmont Boulevard.
Okay. Now, so those of us that converted, when we see the effect of that conversion should help the increase.
Should help this one.
So those are, Dublin High is trying more. Is that right?
And we're working the other districts.
So So, we're not quite there yet. I'm moving word about the plan, but we're making progress on it, which we word of mouth. Like I said before, 80% of people will do the right thing just naturally, and the 20 that's left over, 80% of those will do the right thing after we talk to them, they understand it's going to be. We think that we're not quite there yet.
Is there any, are we doing any outreach to like festivals or anything in here? I don't know what's, I think there's Splatter, but there's also Farmers Market we're doing.
Sue, perhaps you can touch on something.
We have done the farmer's market. We did opening night, which was great, a lot of people. We did the next Thursday, this Thursday is the community information night. We had 30 people. I had 2 people there. It was a full FTE for that day, and I don't have FTEs to waste. So we're going to not go back to farmer's market for now. We are trying to book people at speakers clubs where people are more attentive, and those are the kind of people other people listen to. So we're taking that approach, but for right now, I don't have the staff to do festivals.
No, we just had one at the Cherry Festival. We had 800 people for our food, so I thought that was pretty good.
Well,
So-
30 people, it wasn't worth 4 hours, 2 people. 8 hours to talk to 30 people. The ROI is not there.
All right, we should,
We have had a request though from Positano HOA to speak to their group. They represent 700 homes.
Yeah, we're doing those.
Yeah.
We're booking those.
if you need us to go out and speak, we're happy to do that. I am happy to do that. You just put me to work.
Okay.
And we also have the on-base housing at Camp Parks, that is in the woods. There basically will be a lot of condos to schedule some. Meetings in the woods, and stuff.
I think it's been scheduled twice, but we keep rescheduling.
Okay, if there's no more discussion, I'll entertain the motion.
Second?
Is the move and second that we accept the water supply and demand and drought response action plan status report. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
President Brown, I assume you also then, as part of that motion, define that there still exists the need for continuing.
Yes. My first and my second, definitely.
We have to do that, by the way, because the community services district act requires the board to review the declarations we have. We can't declare an emergency, just let it be existence.
Okay. All right, item 9C, approve out of area service agreement for DSRSD services to the Joseph property West Dublin.
President Holt and members of the board. This item is for use an out-of-area service agreement to provide DSRSD services to the Nielsen property west of the city of Dublin boundaries and just outside of our boundaries also. Mr. Nielsen and his representative John Doyle are in comments and you have some questions. Mr. Nielsen plans to build 3 buildings on his property to support his agricultural use up there. The property, again, is outside the district's service area, but is within the district's sphere of influence. Mr. Nielsen has gone through Alameda County for 90 entitlements and permits and has requested sanitary sewer service from DSRSD for public safety. The agreement defines provisions for the district to provide services to their property, and it also contains some wrap-up of historical exchange with the Nielsen deciding on if anybody remembers or even earlier. The district agreed to install a water meter to supply water to the trough at the property boundary in exchange for land to build reservoir 38, Blackwood, New York. And it was a handshake agreement, and this agreement will kind of pull that in and incorporates written provisions for that water service. After board adoption, the agreement will be reviewed by Glasgow for approval, and the agreement will not be effective until Glasgow has approved it. July,
I have no questions. Can I make a motion on the item?
yeah, it's great.
Formally welcome the nuisance to the neighborhood. Even though you predate the city by about 50 years, so that's.
Thank you.
Yeah, I second that motion. I'm all for ag and horses, so I understand.
Okay, any further questions, comments?
It's nice to hear about a handshake. That's the way it used to do business.
Well, Robert's dad was a good old boy to do handshake agreements with. He kept his word. Okay. Been moved and seconded that we approve the out-of-service agreement. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion unanimously carried.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, now.
All right, now we're going to move to the Zone 7 discussion about the surcharge, item 9D.
President Goodyear, Leopold, members of the board, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Robert. Keep in touch, okay? See you again. I think you have before you the Zone 7 staff report for their board meeting tomorrow evening. There was also a Zone 7 board yesterday afternoon that John Archer, myself, and Rich Halpert attended. And two of the three items that are on the board agenda for tomorrow are on the Finance Committee agenda. I thought because our focus should be forward-looking, I thought we should really look at the board agenda for tomorrow, because that's what we're doing in the Finance Committee. What they talked about last night, and it was a very involved meeting, was looking at the budget for fiscal year, fiscal year ending 15. It was a very interesting discussion. Frankly, it wasn't any issues that the district was particularly concerned about. If you want to about any of that offline, I can certainly tell you about. But the drought surcharge was, of course, right on the point with the district. They had three options: no drought surcharge option, a 15% drought surcharge option, and a 25% drought surcharge option. Cutting to the chase, the Finance Committee, on a 2-to-1 vote, they had three members on their committee, on a 2-to-1 vote, countermanded staff's recommendation for the 15% surcharge, and basically not, I guess the motion technically was not to recommend the 15% surcharge to the board. Okay, but there were three options on the table, so if you want to parse words, it's kind of an interesting action. That's what they did. What I would like for you is endorsement of the direction or the deal points that we laid out with Zone 7. Can I talk to the staff, and the staff is conceptually supportive of these, so I don't think there's any controversy. I do think it's going to be a matter of getting the words right and dotting the i's and crossing the t's. And this is assuming that they would move ahead with the drought surcharge. So tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, they may not move ahead with the drought surcharge, and all of this may be moved. But
They're going to mess the budget.
yeah, exactly.
I think the budget went up to 0.
The budget went up zero to 3 vote for not approval of the budget.
Zero to 3 for not approval?
Yeah.
For three people vote, 3 committee members voted not to approve the budget.
Who decides Tom Pico is in the finance department?
Well, it's headed up by Tom Hughes. There's Tamara Batista, Carl, help me with the names, and the other gal, Julia. Yeah, and Tom Hughes. Those were the three staff members, and the general manager, Jim, was there.
Who's the people on the finance?
Angela Ramirez Holmes, Sandy Figures, and Sarah Palmer. Sarah was the yes vote for the 15% surcharge. Sandy was the no votes. So I'm going to get a meeting tomorrow, and I need to be, and I'd like to have your support to express the prices that I expressed to the committee yesterday for these deal points. If the discussion goes that way, if the discussion goes to there's no drought surcharge, and they all be a good point tomorrow, but I want to be prepared for that eventuality. Plus, I want to let you know that this is in the works. So let's talk about the 15% surcharge for a minute. And it would be, I say 15% just because I cost out $146 a acre, that would be kind of out of context for you. It'll actually be expressed as a dollar per foot basis, which is what we need it expressed as in order to allow our pass-through resolution to work. Otherwise, they will charge us for that, and we'll have to pay that out of our reserves, and we would be precluded from recovering that from our customers. So it has to be expressed as a dollar per basis. They understand that. We're saying that the surcharge needs to have an effective date that's we haven't worked out the calendar, but under Proposition 218 for a pass-through, we have to provide our customers with 30 days notice after it's adopted. So if they adopted, they go through 2 readings. So they would adopt it on June 18th if they did it, giving a week to print out postcards and, get it in the mail and everything means the end of June. So effectively, the drought surcharge wouldn't be kicked in until August 1st. And they talk about that and understand that restriction. And finally, we made the point that the surcharge needs to have a very clear sunset, some date or event certain. It can't be something that's perpetuated into the future. I was asked, well, what is that? I go, it really doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's somewhat reasonable.
Can't have it, and we'll have it.
Yeah, exactly. I jokingly said, the first time we see snow on Mount Diablo this winter. But, the point is something out there in the reasonable future that is observable. And they can make that choice as well. So it needs to have a surcharge. The other thing associated with the process of adopting the surcharge is our water supply contracts, actually all of the water supply contracts, provide that the zone can adopt one water rate increase a year. It's on a certain schedule. It has to be proposed in September, considered formally in October, or to be effective on January 1st. That's what the contract provides. So any drought surcharge, our position is that needs to be subject to either a contract amendment or a side letter agreement or some sort of correspondence between the executives of the agency to so as to preserve our rights under the contract, which I sort of say we only get one full increase here. They understand that. I said, whatever is the easiest thing to persuade them. You all may have a strong feeling about one way or the other, just as long as we preserve our rights and we can do it as easy as possible. I was going to say something about, and they understand that. They're really good for us on that. One other point I made back to that. But anyways, with regard to the calculation of the surcharge amount, we've gone through their proposal. There's 3 things I'd like to call your attention to. I've talked to both Jill and Tom Hughes about this, and they understand we haven't closed. They understand conceptually where we're coming from, and they agree we haven't found all the I's and crossed all the T's. But there's 3 items. One, there's allowances. First of all, it has to sort of be revenue neutral once you account for the reduced water sales. There should not be a windfall. If you find person, we know we need additional revenue for drought, and we have reduced sales. They have so reasonable, we understand the need for that. But of the 3 line items I want to talk about, one of them is for increased maintenance costs as related to their leasing some standby electrical generators to be at the well fields. So well pumps are extremely critical this summer. We're going to be relying on those wells, so they need some standby generators there in case something happens, there's a power failure or whatever. The question is, I think it's fair to roll that money into the drought surcharge. The question is, let's roll in what they reasonably expect to spend, not perhaps the upper limit on the contract. And they agree with that, so we got some time to sort out what that money might be. They're projecting increased cost for water of $2.6 million related to a water transfer. This is a more complicated one. They proved the concept of water transfers a board meeting ago. Turns out there's water transfers because of some diversion restrictions and because metropolitans having second thoughts probably will not happen this year. The nail is not in the coffin, but it probably will not happen. So the point is, well, let's not collect $2.6 million. I'll be the first one to stand up on that soapbox and cheer if they bring water into the valley and the first one to support the need for a surcharge. for that water they bring into the valley, you know, really the expensive water, so I'm okay with that. But I don't want our ratepayers to have to pay for something they're not going to see. So the point is, let's handle it one of three ways. Either just defer that surcharge, so leave it later down the road when they get on one that can pay. Or alternatively, if they collect the surcharge, I think it would be okay, because they're depleting their entire drought reserve fund this year. That's part of the proposal. So if you collect an extra $2.6 million and you don't get the water, we'll just put $2.6 million back in the drought reserve fund in your case it's wet next year, because eventually you'll have to replenish that drought reserve. So I would be okay with that. The third one is just return money back to the retailer, so you can somehow pay it back to the retailer. And again, they have to pay the details of the interest for those four essentially understand.
I have a quick question. How much do they know and how much have they depleted out of their reserve funds?
Well, that's a good question, because they have a number of reserve funds out of
And
their,
don't they have a lot of money?
out of their drought reserve fund, they're depleting that 100%.
How much
About
is
$6
it?
million.
About $6 million. John Mendelson.
And the rate stabilization reserve, they're proposing to take money from that, that was another $6 million ago.
So 12 million total.
Try to do the quick math, I mean, between estimate of what they lost in revenue, plus the items Bert's mentioned, $14.5 million. I think they said the surcharge was about $2.5 million. That and the reserves is everything balanced.
Now, again, what you said was, maybe John knows this number, you have your staff report. Their total reserve for the agency was $120 they have under control. Including
Not the total, but the ones related to the water fund was $30 million, 25, this fiscal year.
And the way the discussion went yesterday is, well, at that level of total financial reserves, and since this surcharge will only raise at best
It's about 2.5.
2.5, if there was a suit that would go into effect July 1st, but can't go into effect until August 1st, given the notification period, they're not going to collect 2.5. Given $30 million in reserves, a couple of the finance committee members said, let's, rather than stir things up, let's just pass things, we'll have to post some of the applications. That's kind of the discussion. And there's one other item, and that's the CIP charges. They have $3.3 million for various CIP projects, new wells, and piping modifications, et cetera. And I support those, we need to have those. I don't think that our ratepayers collectively throughout the valley should have to pay the entire amount of all the CIP projects in a very short period of time, 3 or 4 months for a capital project and do well that will benefit ratepayers in this valley for the next 4 years. I understand there may be some acceleration costs associated with it. I don't know how your taxes will be about depreciation or something. So I think there's a fairness if we shouldn't put the whole amount in there. And again, their staff said, no, they agree with us. And, they believe the $3.3 million reflects just the acceleration cost. I haven't seen these calculations. The other thing should be critique that, but the concept is saying that's okay. So that's where we are. And, of course, you guys can discuss it, but I'd like endorsement on either my points that I laid out for you, or if you pick up off base, tell me about it.
Thoughts, Mr. Hunter?
And Rich was a part of
I was there for about half.
Since you were there.
I was there for about 15 minutes. It was completely unproductive, so I got used to the time. But, a couple of things. The proposed budget includes a surcharge. So it was kind of a circular, so it was kind of a weird circular thing going on. And with 3 of the 4 board members not supporting the budget, that's interesting. Which would make it interesting. And a question for Carl. Is it legal to pass a budget on a special meeting? Or is that one of the things you have to do on a regular meeting?
I don't know about how it was.
Oh, they have their own legislation. They have their
Yeah,
own thing.
so I can't answer that question.
No, you didn't change it. And This feels rushed and weird, right? I guess they got it on Saturday, they had it on Monday, and we figured out that we done on Wednesday, so we're just these deal points, first of all, they're in the same business we are, and I understand they're going to solve, if you do things right, 25% less water, and, I'm in concept supportive of the revenue neutral way to cover that cost, especially because it'll help send the price to our customers, even though it's not tiered, it'll be more like, well, it is volumetric, but it'll help send the price. So I'm kind of supportive of that. Building capital stuff into it, I'm not supportive of that. I think, basically recover your lost revenue and any extra operational costs that come out of the traffic. That's good. The thing I've been noodling is this concept of the retailers needing to agree to do it. Also, I'm assuming that we all have similar contracts.
Well, DSRSD, Livermore, and Cal Water have essentially the same contract with the on this point, they're essentially the same. Of course, Pleasanton does not have a contract with them.
They don't.
Pleasanton does not have a contract. Their contract expired about a year and a half after everybody else's. And at the time, going back in 1995, Pleasanton refused to sign the contract, so there's only 7 district lines of water. Essentially, in accordance with the same terms and conditions as the other retailers, but Pleasanton doesn't have that contractual right to
And I guess where I'm headed is that this is, even though I'm not quite sure how you guys want to pull it off, if this actually goes through, I want everybody in the pool, or I don't want to be, if somebody spits the bid, then I think we all have to. I hate to give veto power to other agencies, but I don't want our ratepayers paying a surcharge that the rest of the people in the valley are.
What would be a wholesale surcharge if we just apply that to water?
Well, yeah, but if, say Livermore says, no, I'm not going to do the contract amendment, you can't raise your rates until January for your contract. So that
So we could all force that.
Well, I think what Rich is saying is that one agency, all the agencies have to.
But Pleasanton doesn't have an agreement.
So,
So how are you gonna?
So 17 places.
So just as we were, I really don't want an inequity thing. There's already enough stuff going on in the valley, kind of showing up organized nature of how we're all at this drought. I don't want to add another one. Otherwise, in concept, we're in the same business we are. I can support it. Burning down some reserve again. It's kind of always fun looking at spreadsheets. I'm trying to figure out how they're using land rate. Looking at the budgets and doing some quick math on how much water they won't be selling based upon their projected revenue numbers. I can't quite make that up. The $9 million in reserves if it wasn't worked out.
I can look at that detail.
Yeah, because I'm a little concerned about that too. I mean, it's just kind of like fast. So if it's moving that fast, how valid are the numbers?
Sounds like you're at the meeting I was at today.
That was part of the discussion. This is very late, it's very complicated. I'm not sure there was sort of outright opposition to the concept as much as, we would come out with some conclusions, as much as we're not comfortable with it.
Before our constituents are already impacted with this, thanks to them, so. I mean, we don't have any other alternative water supply. We're stuck.
Have you had any other off the record initial response to your comments from them?
Oh, yeah, from their staff. And I made these comments verbally to the finance committee, and nobody said no. This seems reasonable. And their staff is verbally saying, of course, the devil's in the concept of understanding.
Coupled with all the revenue issues, it could be a PR disaster if it's not handled.
No, and that, Director Barker, I'm worried about that, because you talked a little bit about when Rich asked the question, when is our stage 3 going to affect? Well, it was a couple of days ago, and so the big bills are going to be going out right after the 4th of July. Right? Our switchboard is going to light up at that point. right? And then if this goes into effect, it really isn't going to happen, it may be very late July, like August 1st. But that's why you think that early July is pretty good, and see the middle of August, you know, and so the timing is not real good. It would have been much better to have adopted this sort of more or less on the same schedule as a retailer, so one message could have gone out there, it all happened at one time. I'm a little worried that communities would perceive this as a pilot run.
Oh, absolutely. They're already doing that.
I will break down between Zone 7 and own it, because there's a long history of their actions being owned by us, even with the pass-through, because it's on our bill. You know, so you gotta make sure they can own this somehow.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to see, to say, this is a pass-through that we've got, that we received from Zone 7, that with the sensitivity that everybody has to the issue right now. It's not gonna win us any friends.
But it's also, sorry, but it's also projected to.
I mean, we can do to encourage them to make sure this is transparent.
And then kind of the flip side, it should have said this earlier, but another reason why I'm at least lukewarm supportive is if the zone is forced to burn down their reserves to the tune we're talking about, then when we don't have a choice to negotiate, you know, coming in the year when we get the January rate increase, and we're not going to get 12-15%.
Yeah, that money is going to be made up. Either going to be a surcharge now, or
We're a whopping, I mean,
yeah.
I think the highest one I've seen is 9%. So that at least keeps that at the table, because if you all just say no, then we will pay for this. The community will pay for this.
The position I stated out yesterday was not to say, no, we understand the need, they have additional expenses, they have to do sales. Let's just, put some reasonable parameters around
If the numbers they're using includes the surcharge, did they actually calculate if they were to really get 25% reduced sales, what their revenue would be?
Yes, they did, yes, they did. It was buried in one of their spreadsheets, and
I think it was, that was like $8 million was our annual impact.
$8 million less in revenue?
that doesn't sound like it.
What did you last year? Well, she said 8, but 8 was for 15. Remember she was saying 8 million, it might have been 10 in total, that number.
Oh, so they changed a little bit as they were.
You know, of course, we're talking about surcharge for half the fiscal year, a whole fiscal year, so.
Wasn't their fiscal year, is it two calendars?
So we feel, I'm sorry we can't answer some of the questions we saw as confidence questions yesterday.
Anyway, Dan,
Trying to keep it up.
I was trying to, just in my own mind, calculate what they would be getting in the surcharge as compared to what the loss in revenue is, or probably just pull some numbers out of the thin air. Kind of sounds like they're pulling numbers out of thin air. Because they give no, in their stuff, they don't give any backup as to, okay, this is how we came up with 15%. And I'm sure that.
Three proposals out there, 0, 15, 25.
Right.
So, I'm not sure if 15 is in a sense, would be 15 is what we need because of this, that, 15 which is what.
They don't really know what they mean.
15 might be as much as they can get away with. Only without creating, economic hazard.
There's an intertie with the East Nuts and there's water there. But I think there's something that we have to do now.
So then,
Okay.
This is interesting.
But anyway, I think that from my perspective, I agree with this, that, yeah, I agree with your comments. Yeah.
We're the one proviso that's having some.
Yeah.
All of them.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Everybody's got to do it.
And was everybody, was the more there like yesterday?
Everybody was there.
Everybody was there?
How long was that?
Yeah, the most risk, because they,
How long is the most difficult one, because, they will be, they can't pass it through, they will be for the rest of the races, when you see the value, it's minimum, the process.
okay.
Yeah.
We're with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, I don't
You
need
just-
anything
So are
other
you
than-
prepared to plan to go and, argue this
No,
tomorrow?
just with the jobs.
Pardon?
Are you prepared to plan to go and argue this tomorrow?
Yeah, I think John and I will be there, and I understand comments, given the way the finance committee sort of reacted to this, I'm not sure we're going to have to make a legal or in terms of an argument, as much as just sort of get our position. If it starts going, if the discussion starts going to the point where there might be a surcharge, because you're going to support, well, I've already made my comments administratively with staff as well as comments, just let it lie. Yeah.
If they're already with others.
Yeah, if you're already winning. Somewhere see us winning, but.
No, it's it's not about winning, it's just about getting up the door, getting the right process.
By that, I mean not having a surcharge. I think that's an unrealistic stand, that we're gonna have it no matter what. Okay, board member items. Pat?
Nothing from me, other than the fact that my full cover is doing great.
And you're able to take it off and put it on any professional staff. Were your grandchildren doing it? I said, were your grandchildren doing it for free?
Well, for the use.
Yeah, if you wanna use the pool, you gotta take the cover off, put it back on.
I think I'm using about 1/8 of the water.
Wow.
When you just, I use so many minutes, now it's down to 1 minute. And it just stays nice and just one great thing.
My honest time.
Well, Bert and Sue and myself and some other staff members, as you know, we were going to have a town meeting with the city of San Antonio on May 22nd. So we had the proverbial, we threw a party and nobody came. We did not have a single citizen show up. And in light of the controversy and the nature of the drought, I think we were all very surprised that we told the city that we could reschedule at any time if they wanted to, as long as we could make it fit our calendar. But I thought that was very interesting. That we were there to make a very good presentation with handouts, big screen, not one person.
Where was it?
At the Little Theater in the
Doherty
Valley Community Center.
Probably need to have it at, Sunny
That's what our
Glen.
ratepayers are for.
Sunny Glen.
Yeah, that's the wrong side of town.
Yeah, I know, that's sewer, but they'll come.
You're the captain. Oh, boy, a party.
That's too bad.
Well, maybe they think because they're using recycled water. No, they're not. They're using, yeah. Wow, that is just like really strange.
I mean,
Was there a
I would
person?
have thought there'd be at least one or two people.
Yes.
How did we let them know?
It was San Ramon handed out this. It was on their website, they tweeted it, we tweeted it, and all our other.
I'll ask one of the guys that work, he's in our.
The only possibility, a conflict was that it was preceding the Memorial Day weekend, number one. And there were some back-to-school nights, middle schools. But still, you would have thought somebody would maybe voice it. So that's all for me.
Okay.
First meeting was good.
Yeah.
Actually, we finally realized that my office, my factory is about 5 minutes from the Soapstone office. So there you go. anything more communicating,
Maybe a
suggest
watchdog.
events, you just go, evening stuff is hard with my family, but it's kind of fun to hop over to Ford.
Yeah.
Oh, Rich is here, what's going on?
Oh, that's good
The
though.
fly on the wall.
Otherwise, that's great.
And also, I was wondering, Nancy Feely, are we going to be doing any resolutions for her?
Yeah, you know, one of the things I mentioned, I forgot to mention something. We think that is the opportunity. So we're looking at the board business coming up for the next couple of board meetings. We'll put this on your calendar yet, but there's nothing of any time urgency for the 17th of June. Something may arise. So we're thinking we could cancel the 17th of June and hold it on the 1st of July, rather do it that way than the other way around because of the, continuing leaking on the state of the water supply on a monthly basis. But then getting back to your question, Nancy, with regard to Nancy Keeley, we were going to do a proclamation, so that would have to be the only business on the 17th. Nancy and I talked, but that seemed a little silly to have a board meeting to do a proclamation, so we'll draft a proclamation, solicit your signatures, and we can approve it retroactively or something. So the answer is
We
yes,
can
we're
do
going to
that.
do, yeah, the answer is yes,
Great.
we'll do something like that. And of course, Nancy's event is, I think, the 25th of June.
It's the 25th of June from 4:30 to 6:30.
If anybody wants to attend, I'm sure Nancy would love to have you there, just like this time, see if you want to sign.
I already gave my resignation.
And then also, there was a really good article, and I think you sent this around to everybody.
Yeah, I thought that was.
This was California's water crisis requires smart actions and tough choices. So Kimberly Wiltshire. It was just very enlightening on the opportunities of the technology that's available and kind of a whole refreshing look at how we can save water and how water needs to be addressed in California. So I highly recommend reading it.
Terry put out the stars over. Yeah, right.
So that's it for me.
I just wanted to make a personal announcement. We just got back Sunday night from Oregon, where we attended my granddaughter's graduation from Linfield College in Minville, Oregon. And I'm bragging because in today's environment with the economy and the job market, she got a 4.0 her last 2 semesters, interned at a winery, and received a full offer with a decent salary, full benefits, marketing assistant marketing position with a winery there. Very proud.
And she didn't go to Oregon University.
Yeah. Okay, I actually have 2 items. The first is Janet and I attended the Alameda County Board of Supervisors meeting last week as they declared May Water Awareness Month. And, but they gave each of us that were there, which was Zone 7, us, Alameda County Water, California Water, no, California wasn't, East Bay Mud. That was it, I think, right?
Most cities were accommodating.
Yeah, no cities were there. But we had then the opportunity to give a little presentation of what exactly the impact had been to our particular agency, how many people we served and how much we were going to have to cut and what our resources were and things like that. So I did that. We did learn some interesting things. They post their meeting for 9:30, but it doesn't really start until 11, and in our case, it didn't really start till 12:30. So we got there at 9:30 so we could see the whole thing. Now, I hold up for you the agenda. There's 102 items on this agenda. This is not any of the attachments. But they didn't start this until 12:30 because they were in closed session. So it was definitely an interesting learning experience for Dan and I. We sat there and talked with people from East Bay Mud and Zone 7 and Allegheny County Water District for a while because there was going to be much else to do, but it was kind of nice to have the county acknowledge, although they're dealing with so many different water retailers, that it's a little out of their realm of even understanding. Nobody asked any questions, so. So that was that, and then, for those of you that aren't aware, our library is 100 years old. Last Friday night, we had the grand opening of the exhibit that is in the little schoolhouse at Murray School at the Heritage Park. And if you get a chance to go down there, it's going to be exhibited until July 31st. It's got all the various pictures. You know, we've had about 8 different libraries in Dublin, and they've served us, like I said, 100 years, and we're one of the oldest in the system. So if you have an opportunity, it's kind of neat, see the old library cards and the way they used to check stuff out and all of that. Okay, and I guess that's it for me, so if there's no further business.
There'll be a closed session.
Pardon me.
Oh, and you know, I meant to say one thing too, is I went to the ribbon cutting for the theater yesterday, Dublin High. And so that was really nice. And I guess they're now, we talked a little bit about with the council about them going on to the second level. They seem to be happy. It was a nice event.
At this time, the board will be going into closed session. While this board meeting will continue, this broadcast will be stopped at this time because it's anticipated that there will be no report from closed session. If there is a report, it will be announced in an open session at the end of the board meeting. If you're interested in the report, please call Nancy Hatfield, our district secretary, during normal business hours. Thank you very much.
You got the written approval from the regional.
Oh, right.
Going to have a public distribution